Begin with the Bengals. These divisional games, because you start with 3 of them in the first 4 weeks, are going to be really important. And the Bengals, they improved without question. Had a good draft, some free agents. Orlando Brown, take us through what you see with him, what you think the Bengals were thinking with Brown.
Well, I think he was the best pickup in all of free agency, to be honest with you. Last year, you see him here, really long arms. He can do things others can't. Just wrote an article on how DeJuan Jones can kind of learn from Orlando Brown and what he does with his size. He boots his split out. But what he does is that, according to PFF, Joe Burrow has a 96% grade passing from a clean pocket. Unfortunately, most of his career, he's been sacked 153 times. So he has not had a clean pocket very much. When he has clean pocket, he's very, very good. So I think this is a huge pickup for them. It gives him that left side protection that he needs. It's an area that they needed. He's been on his back way too much, and they still had great success. So for me, this is the best pickup in the AFC North, best regardless of draft, free agency. This pickup right here is really, really big for Joe Burrow because now he's going to have protection, and the numbers tell you when he has protection, he's pretty good.
Yeah, and you could see them trying to find a way to match him up against Myles Garrett or Okunrankwo to give him a little bit of step. Now, in the draft, they went out and got a pretty good, outside linebacker, edge rusher in Myles Murphy. What do you see from Murphy?
The thing you like about Murphy is that you see right here, he's really, really good with speed to power. And going on to how it's going to affect the Browns, well, everybody improved that. What they didn't do very well, the Bengals only had 30 sacks last year, and they improved not only what they don't do well, like I said, but what other teams attack. And them not having very much pressure, he is very, very good at speed to power or power to speed. And Jet Wills, right now, he's really good if you just get a speed rusher, and he's very, very good if you just get a power rusher. What is giving him trouble are the Myles Garretts. There's not too many of them, but those guys that can go from raw power or raw speed and then in an instance change to the other. And Myles Murphy's a guy who can do that. He's 6'5", he's 275, he's position flexible, he can get down and play on the guards. He can improve what they really, really struggle with is pass protection. So, for the Bengals, being as successful as they are, they have not been able to protect the passer and they've not been able to get to the passer. They've addressed both of these needs in the draft and through free agency. So really, really good pickup by them and how it's going to affect the Browns. They're going to, it's almost like they kind of, what the Browns have hurt them with, they're going to fix.
Well, and also in the draft, another area that the Bengals have kind of went out and addressed, running back, they chose Chase Brown. What do you see from Brown?
Well, I really like Brown. So they lost Samaje Perine. Samaje Perine was a glue guy for them. Mixon makes a lot of plays. Samaje Perine was the third down back. He's a very good protector. He can play out in the slot. He's very good on swing passes. He's a very good check down for Joe. He was a very good check down guy for Joe Burrow. This is what Chase Brown. Here you're going to see Illinois is going to run a counter trey. The Bengals are kind of going to that counter look more than they're going to their zone. He's very good. He's a hard runner. Last year he had 329 carries for 1,632 yards. Very, very productive, had 27 receptions. One of the things I like to say, he's not afraid to put his face in the fan. So he's not afraid to step up and block a backer, block a lineman, block a corner. He will step up and put his face right there in the fan. I think he's an incredible pickup for Joe Burrow for what they want to do. He's not a carry the ball 25, 30 times, but he's a guy who can catch the ball, he can pass protect. He's great on swing routes. He's very reliable. He's a little bit older, so he's a little bit more mature. Again, I think this is a great pickup by the Bengals. It's something that the Browns are going to have to watch for in terms of he's a check down guy. Now Burrow has a guy in the flats who can check it down to, and he can make big plays.